Saville Consulting is an international business founded by Professor Peter Saville. He is acknowledged as a worldwide authority in the field of industrial psychology and has been referred to as an assessment guru. Peter is heavily involved in new product development, training, consultancy, and in establishing operations in Europe, the United States, Asia-Pacific, Australia, and the Caribbean. Peter's team comprises human resource specialists in psychology, business consulting, and information technology, all of whom share Peter's belief in customer service and his passion for innovation in assessment. Saville Consulting developed rigorous and work-relevant measuring tools which have transformed traditional approaches to assessment around the world.
Why start Saville Consulting as a new business? Well, we've actually been going for 3 years now, but we felt there was a lack of innovation in the area. Secondly, we felt that most questionnaires and tests were actually just existing pencil and paper which were put on a computer. Well, we've designed ours with the internet from the very beginning. We've also ensured the validity is maximised by collecting job performance data from everybody in our samples, which are thousands and thousands of people internationally, so we can maximise the validity. And also the interest in the culture of the organisation and how, in fact, we measure that and see how well the person fits the culture of a given organisation. And our aptitude tests, we have secure versions, so we don't just rely on unsupervised versions, and they give much richer feedback in terms of the person's speed and accuracy and their power, etc., rather than just an overall score. If you want an overall score, you can have that. We find that some 50% of scales on our questionnaire show a significant split between what a person's perceived talent is for an area versus their motivation. But best of all, the prediction of job performance is if they got talent and motivation. And that's multiplied together. That gives us the best prediction. We do not have any questions which are an intrusion of privacy. They are all job relevant and designed for the occupational field.
Saville Consulting's new approach to assessing individuals in the workplace presents exciting opportunities to transform the assessment process. Saville Consulting Wave explores and measures the relationship between motives, talents, actual and preferred culture. This questionnaire measures motivation, talent and preferred culture. It adds value to both recruitment and development, transforming the quality of the assessment process with the sophisticated use of technology and powerful models of effectiveness in the workplace. Saville Consulting's professional and experienced team have strong track records working with Fortune 500 companies.
And it's been shown that with the reasonable selection procedure based on a thorough analysis of the job, then you can probably halve your selection errors. And you're talking about millions of US dollars or sterling.
E2V Technologies is recognised as a specialist supplier of RF, microwave and sensing components with a strong position in global niche markets. E2V's range of high-power vacuum tubes are the enabling technology behind a diverse range of applications, from the transmission of TV signals to life-saving cancer radiotherapy machines. The organisation's sensor technology capabilities are extensive. They even supply the ultimate in image sensors for space mission instruments such as the Hubble Space Telescope. E2V operate from 2 manufacturing sites in the UK, employing around 1,200 people.
E2V chose Saville Consulting for a number of reasons. One is Peter Saville himself, who has a fantastic reputation in the field of occupational psychology and has over a period of 30 years garnered a reputation as being an innovator. And we were looking for new products and new technology to help us create robust and reliable systems for assessing and developing our people, and we believe that Saville Consulting might have some of the products that would be useful for us. Saville Consulting provided us with 1 or 2 key products that have been integral to assessing key leaders within our business and new recruits to our organisation. In particular, we've been using the Wave profile, the professional styles profile. The overriding benefits that Saville Consulting has brought to the organisation has been to add reliability and validity to our recruitment process. It's also added a richness to our development process and our development conversations that has been really, really critical to engaging and changing behaviours within the organisation. And that's what it's all about. Changing behaviour is essentially what we're trying to achieve.
I completed a professional styles questionnaire because I came to HR. I don't have an HR background. I'm actually an engineer by profession, and I joined HR in April of this year. And I completed it from a learning and coaching development tool.
We provide is more objective and fair information so that better decisions can be made to the benefit of the organisation.
I found the profile itself, the feedback was extremely useful. By the end of it, I had so much useful information. I was able to ask questions and develop action plans for improving myself and potentially developing and progressing within the organisation for the future.
Yes, I've recommended Saville Consulting to other organisations. I've already done that to 2 or 3 already. We interviewed someone, as an example, for an HR job about 2 months ago. She wasn't successful, but she rang me up 2 weeks later and said, look, that tool you used to assess me, we really like it. How do we access it and who do we talk to? And we put them in contact with the people at Saville. So yeah, I definitely recommend it to people.
Very importantly, we're highly pragmatic. We are dealing with analysing job attributes and competencies, simulating them, improving selection, measure the attributes and actually see how well they actually perform, and then adjust our tools and instruments accordingly to improve them.
Well, as an independent consultant, one of the primary benefits of using Saville products are, first of all, there's no real barrier to entry. So if I've got a project where I've got 2 or 3 people, I can go straight in and use the products and no barrier whatsoever. I love the fact that you can use them online. They're so supportive that I can just phone them up and say, pass on some email addresses, and then they'll turn them around in no time at all. And then finally, when you come to actually use the product, it's very aesthetic, it's beautifully set out, but also you get a lot of rich data in that. So particularly in some of the coaching conversations that I've had, there's a lot of rich data that comes out of that.
We're not here to replace the interview, merely to supplement it with a good structured interview, good cognitive or ability tests and measures of behavioural styles. We can actually understand the person better and not just reject them, but actually see where they might fit better and see how we can develop them better, for their benefit and the organisation.